All right, quick guide to Heroic Lightblinded Vanguard. This fight is pretty simple. It's very similar to Soul Hunters from last tier. It's a council fight. Each boss has its own little ultimate mechanic that you have to deal with. On this fight, those ultimates are their auras. So they will cast them sequentially, just like the Soul Hunters bosses did. And they each have like a mechanic that occurs during their aura. Their aura also leaves consecrated ground on the ground after it finished casting, so we're going to be rotating around the room as these auras and consecrated grounds get dropped. The first boss that does their aura is the prop paladin. It's devotion aura. Any of the bosses that are inside it while it's channeling will take no damage, so we want to move out pre-move the best we can so to reduce the amount of damage reduction we have to deal with. While she's channeling this, she's going to be casting Divine Toll, which is some shields that she throws out that you have to dodge. It's very easy. You can see that here. Basically, you can see she's casting Divine Toll. It's this big circle. We're moving the bosses out, and she's casting the shields. Just don't get hit. The second aura that happens is from the Rep Paladin. This is Aura of Wrath. Any of the bosses that are inside it while he's casting this do more damage, so we want to get out. It still drops consecrated ground. While he's casting it, he's going to be casting Execution Sentence, which are soaks on 3 players. We're going to handle this a lot like Dimensius, for a splits at least. We're going to have a healer one, a melee one, and a ranged one, so it just stays consistent between the 3 groups, and you're usually probably in the same soak. We'll have some floaters if we have to keep numbers consistent, but that's how we're going to handle that. We can see what it looks like here. So you can see this aura, we're moving out. The 3 execution sentences are right here. We're soaking them. The third aura that happens is from the Holy Paladin. This aura is basically a charm. If you hit her while she's channeling this, it charms you, CCs you. Don't be hitting her during this. You don't want to get CC'd. She's also going to be casting a Healing Absorb at the same time. It's called Tyr's Wrath. The 3 closest players to the boss while she's channeling this will get a stacking Absorb Shield. So it's a Healing Absorb Shield. So basically, if you get a stack of this, you want to move away from it. You don't want more than 1 stack. We might assign players to do this, but just make sure you're trying to get a stack. Like, try and get a stack. Once you get a stack, move away. And if everyone's trying to get a stack, then it'll be easy. Other than that, some important things to think about are the tank mechanic. These hit the tanks very hard. They're very quick tank swaps. They're from the Rep Paladin and the Prop Paladin. Those are the 2 main tankable targets. The Holy Paladin is also tankable, but she kind of just runs around and does her own thing, and you don't have to worry about her that much as long as you have threat on her. When these 2 tankable bosses cast Judgment, their next ability will one-shot you if you don't swap. So basically, the off-tank is going to be tanking the boss that he's not tanking on the Judgment cast so that he receives the follow-up ability without the 500% damage increase that Judgment causes on you. If you don't taunt swap, you're going to get one shot unless you have a cheat death. So we need to be really on top of this tank swap. There's 2 other mechanics. One of them is Avenger Shield, which is just circles that go on players periodically throughout the fight. Just move out of the raid and try not to cleave this on a bunch of people. It puts a dot on you. It's not super deadly. It should be fine. And then the other mechanic is Sacred Shield. The Holy Paladin will randomly charge the furthest player from her. So we all need to make sure we're kind of stacked up on the bosses here in melee range so she doesn't run away super far and the melee can cleave her the whole time. No one should be like way out here unless they are dealing with the Avenger Shield. But she's going to charge to the furthest player from her and then put a giant Absorb Shield on her. We need to break this. So as soon as she has Sacred Shield on her, we're prioing her, we're breaking that shield, and then we're kicking her so she doesn't wipe the raid. That's the entire fight.